All right, as I am getting this kicked up, if you guys would like to join the stage, feel free to hit that request button. I'll bring some of you guys up here in just a bit. Um, it's just, the longest thing as far as just getting the space started is concerned is as soon as you get it started, is sending out, firing off all the different tweets from the different accounts, going through, bringing the people up on stage, just do it all like the little housekeeping items or what add up. But anyway, welcome back to the 108th consecutive episode of Wonky Weekly Alpha. It is good to be back. Mr. Rooster, the king himself, how is it going, sir?
Yeah, it was popping Kaleo. You know, it's been a pretty decent week for the first half, but for the past 2 days, none of us are any friends anymore. No one sent me a DM or called out in any group chats that I am about the Book of Memes pre-sale. Never seen about it once. Never heard about it. And now in like 2 days, it's
Bro,
run
I
up
still
to
haven't heard of the Book of Memes.
Okay, dude, in 2 days it's run up to 600 million from a pre-sale. Some dude sent
What?
420 ETH in a pre-sale. Dude's up like over eight figs right now. It's
Never have heard of the Book of Memes.
that's what I'm saying, dude. No one called it out in no group chats that I'm in. So I'm no longer friends with any of y'all.
Well, I think that none of us are friends with any of us then because I don't think anybody here knew about it. Like, do you know one person that, like, who, name me one person that aped into this early on the pre sale?
Thread guy.
Okay. Well, outside outside of TG, I mean, you don't like you met TG. You don't even really know TG, do you?
No, I don't know him like that. I've met with him a few times, but yeah, I don't know him like that. But also, there's people in Abasho that seen it on the timeline and like bookmarked it and was like, "Oh, I have 24 hours. You know, I'll get to it at some point." Never got to it. Um, but yeah, no, never seen about it once. I was deep in the trenches at that time, so it could also be partially my fault, but it did not come across any group chats.
How much did they raise in the pre-sale?
I don't know, dude. I like because I missed that and everyone was euphoric. Like the next morning, I faded it and just didn't even like want to follow it, and that was a like 20 million market cap or something, and now it's like 700 million. Um, it's gonna be the quickest coin to a billion on Solana meme coins, probably. It's crazy.
Wait, one more time. So it launched at what?
It launched at like 3 million, maybe.
Okay, so it launched pretty high too.
Kind of high, yeah. I mean, someone
Well, I
aped
mean, dude,
420
3 million. Like,
Solana.
okay, I get it. Not ridiculously high, but it still launched relatively high compared to like what a lot of meme coins do that are basically starting from like zero LP and whatever else. So nothing too ridiculous, but um,
I mean, I'm kind
I
of
don't know.
rooting for it though, even though like I'm sidelined on it. I'm kind of rooting for it just because like that's the story retail's about to see, and that's gonna be probably a massive onboarding opportunity for Solana. Because they're probably, people have been sitting on the sidelines ever since all time highs for the past, week and a half or two, right? Waiting to, like, oh, is now the right time? And then they're going to see meme coin reaches $1 billion in 3 days. And they're like, I was waiting right there. And then that's when they're going to ape. And that's your exit liquidity on meme coins, in my opinion, at least for this current part of the cycle.
Yo, Rooster. Also, random side note. Something I was thinking about doing next Friday, for the stonk space. Let's do a poker tourney. I'll give away some stonks and no chill. So,
All right, I'm gonna have to
like, we'll
call
make
off for work next Friday too. Let's go.
okay, yeah, like next Friday. Next Friday, though, if you're listening, I'm gonna wonky stonk, and we'll get everything set up before then. We got a week to figure it out, but I don't know, like the prize pool will be worth at least a couple $1,000s, whatever it is. So, just be ready for it. We'll make it fun.
Actually, sent out about $1,500 in a meme coin to the Citadel members, and I actually plan to do a little bit more on um, Spaces today as well. Must be a Stonks holder, of course.
Nice.
But yeah, no.
Do you think it'll be alive by next Friday?
Who knows, dude? Like, literally,
like, that's the question. Because if you think it's going to be alive by next Friday, you could just add it into the pot. But if you don't, then do what you want with it.
Who knows, dude? Like, I was deep in the trenches. Came across like a new type of casino where coins are launching from, where you can like buy into a bonding curve before, and like once it reaches like 100,000 market cap, then it launches. But it's kind of sussy too, because they burn the liquidity like 20 minutes after launch, and some people like eat on these, right, and then immediately dump on launch. Then they dump, and then they absolutely like, it's straight up gambling.
You can get dumped on inside of the thing too.
Oh yeah, you can get dumped on inside of the bonding curve, right? Like it could be about to launch, and then people are going to dump who are early. Like it's straight up a casino. Ended up getting decently lucky on one of them, so I've just been sharing the love with Stonks fam.
Love to see it, man. Yeah, dude. I think honestly, I've given so far to the Stonk members. I've given at least definitely over 10 grand worth of no chill so far. Like probably more, but it's got to be at least that much from looking back through all the receipts, at least at present day value. like,
oh yeah,
even
no, it's probably your donations are probably closer to like 30 to 50, and then Pythos is way up there if you held the airdrop.
Well, okay. I mean, if we're adding all of my total donations though to random people, dude, I mean, I tell you though, I'm not gonna name drop, but like I whenever it first launched, there were a few people that were active in the arena back in the day that were some like bigger names that I sent them. I had a big bag, and I wanted them to have some exposure to this because I felt bad they didn't get the airdrop, even though they were pretty active like before that. So I sent them like 1,000,000 no chill each out of my bag, and only one person has kept. Well, they have half of it right now. I think half is respectable at the level that we are, right? Like, and I'll give him a shout out. That's Big Dick Bull. Big Dick Bull kept it. Like he sold half, not too long ago. Like I fully respect that. But then the other guys, I'm not going to name drop. They sold the bag for like 20 AVAX total, which had they held on to it, it'd be, I don't know, like what is that right now? 400 and something AVAX. So it's, and then soon it'll be like 4,000 and something. It's just like have conviction in some shit whenever friends drop you something. Like don't fumble the bag, right?
Yeah, dude,
And
it's like yeah. But also at the same time, like it's a little bit healthy for cheaters to get out early, because if they're gonna do that for 20 AVAX, like imagine them, they would completely just clip it and paint, a candle probably at a critical point in time. And yeah, wet noodle hands.
Hey yo.
I agree, man. Crow, what's up, man?
Not too much, man. I've been enjoying the meme coin casino. If Bitcoin didn't take a shit, I'd be doing really good. I was having my best day yesterday. It's been a lot of fun, and there's so much opportunity there. I'm trying to be more disciplined. The TA can be really clean. I'll pin something that B-Way shared, like a good meme coin trading guide. Yeah, I want to hear from Puck. You got a freestyle for us or what, Doc?
No freestyle today. No freestyle. I've been trading too many shit coins to focus on freestyling. But Kaleo, I just wanted to thank you. I know you're people sending people 1 million, but you sent me 40,000 no chill the other day, and I appreciate that truly. I think it was like 1,000 USD.
That's still like $1,000, right?
Yeah, it was like 1,000 USD, and it went up to like I don't know, it's close to 2,000 now. I was telling my dad about it, and he's all like skeptical about it. He's like, "What's this guy want with you?" But my dad was I think I put this in the Citadel chat. I don't know if you saw it. My dad was a financial exec at a gigantic company. Um, and the other day he sent me a screenshot of I don't know what app he uses, Gemini, I think, and he has like a fat bag of Pepe. And I started laughing my ass off. Like my dad is the last person that would ever get into this shit. And he made like I think he did like a 2x on Pepe already. So he's trying to figure out the space.
Wait, your dad got in on the meme coin, who's the financial exec who was, skeptical about all. Like, that's funny.
Yeah, like Fortune 500 company. Like his whole life worked as
The
a
real question is, where did he
financial
buy
guy
it at?
on Gemini.
No, not like the exchange. What market cap did he buy it at? Did he buy it,
Oh,
Well, he said he got a 2x on it, so whatever half the market
about
cap
two
of today
billion?
is what I would assume.
yeah, I don't know. And I was trying to. Kaleo, he follows you. Apparently, he's been following you for like over a year on Twitter. And I just taught him how to turn on your notifications. So every time you tweet, he sees it. But yeah, that shit blew my mind when he sent me a picture of Pepe. I sent it to my
Dude, that
brother.
just kind of scares me thinking about that type of stuff. Where who are the random people that just get notifications to the BS that I put out in the world?
Oh yeah, it's wild. I think you have a
You
much
know, it's
further reach than you think.
even crazier is Puck couldn't even get AVAX to his AVAX wallet last week, and now he's trading
Wait,
meme
is
coins.
C-Chain Jesus? What in the world is up with that, man?
It took me about a week to actually acquire No Chill on my own, and I'm calling myself the C Chain Jesus.
I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
I'm gonna win this poker tournament, and I'm gonna send a stock to my dad. I'm gonna try to get him set up on OpenSea and see how that goes.
I mean, here's my deal. I'm still a firm believer in the rotation of things that's going to happen, right? Where, we're at the meme coin season right now. If you really look back to last cycle, how everything rotated, at this point of the cycle, NFTs weren't even really a thing yet, right? Like, just think about how explosive they got throughout the cycle. Like NFTs are going to have their day, and I'm more confident than ever, especially with just how many tombstones I'm starting to see on the timeline again for the NFT marketplace. It's getting like this is capitulation mode, in my opinion. Right now, where things are again, it's another capitulation across the board for NFTs. And like, I don't think it's going to last as long as what a lot of people think that it's going to last for, right? Like it's easy to call something dead when something else relatively is pretty hot next to it. But like again, there's going to be a rotation back to it soon enough. But I think the key thing with just, whether it's crypto, whatever else, is, kind of just having that diversity so you're not completely sidelined to one category or the other. You can get up on stage, you can talk the meme coin game, you can talk whatever other game without like having some FOMO that, whatever bag it is that you have, like, you know, it just it's part of it, man. Right? Like, so we're at the place right now where I love seeing the homies eat, whatever it is, and we'll get back to that rotation eventually. But like, I'm all for talking about what is the fun thing right now that's trending, right?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm gonna be part of that rotation. My horizon's probably like 2 weeks until I take most of my meme coin profits, start rotating them back into NFTs. I think
So
those are
you're
gonna
you're
catch a
saying April Fool's Day?
yeah. If that's about 2 weeks from now. Yeah, I'm feeling the sentiment's gonna bottom like right about then. We're getting into the capitulation like right now. So I give it like 2 more weeks. The blow off top of memes, like for this current mini cycle, right? I think memes are going to be one of the biggest parts of this entire next, year or two. But I mean, just for looking at the next few months, I think the blow off top on memes is gonna like perfectly align with the Pico bottom of NFTs and the capitulation, and then that's when you buy.
I have a
Well,
question. Do you see, so a lot of the meme coin actions happening on Sol? Do you see any of the Sol being bridged to ETH chain, for instance, to buy ETH NFTs, or do you think it's kind of going to stay native?
You did in
no,
February.
not necessarily.
You did a little bit in February, but it's not necessary. Yeah, like what Kaleo was probably about to say, it's not as big as a portion of it as you probably would think it is. But there was a lot of movement between ETH and Solana as Solana cooled off in like February, and Blast was coming out, and DYM and stuff like that.
A few things I was going to say is, yeah, like there will be a large chunk of it that does stick around, right? So I think that that's a good point, Crow, where you're looking at opportunity for upside with Sol NFTs, and there's a lot there right now with the way those have been moving. The capital that's on chain, just from all of the madness that's been happening there. But I still think, based on the way the Sol NFTs are moving there, it's still like the complete degenerate chain, right? You get a lot more of these degenerate plays than what you get even on ETH. Like ETH has a bunch of higher market cap meme coins as well, but I feel like it's not quite as degenerate in the trenches as Sol is. So, but there is probably a big upside play. I don't think 100% of the capital stays on either chain or whatever chain you're talking about. But you're right. Like, there is, the more these grow, and I even look at, like, from the Avalanche perspective, why they're they're literally doing quantitative easing right now for meme coins from the foundation. Like, if you think about it, that's what this is, the Culture Catalyst program, where they're pumping stimmies into these different meme coins that they deem fit X criteria. It's quantitative easing for meme coins. And they're doing it because they believe it brings attention to the chain. And I think they're right, right? Like, at a certain extent, some of that capital inflow stays. So, it's a smart approach by any chain that really wants to grow. Right now you go for what the trending asset is, right? And right now it's memes. And I'm just going to say this. I don't think there are a lot of people that think that this is just a fad, but I agree with what Rooster said a bit ago. I think this is going to be a way more integral part of this cycle than what a lot of people are expecting it to be. I don't think it's just a fad. I think the meme coins are here to stay this cycle. I really, really do. It's going to be madness, and there are going to be a lot of people mad about it. But, it was the same thing with NFTs last cycle, right? Where NFTs, meme coins had their moment. NFTs, like, a lot of people were expecting NFTs to die off, and they just kept growing, right? So I do think that meme coin culture is going to continue to grow throughout this cycle, right? It'll have ebbs and flows. It'll rotate into XYZ for certain points. But, like, a lot of this just, I don't think it's going away.
What's funny too is like memes feed
Rooster.
on cope, and the higher they go, the more cope there is, and it's like an inverse effect, right? That you would think it is. It started with Doge. I initially faded Doge in the beginning too because I was in it for the tech, and I didn't want to participate in what was anti crypto culture at the time. But no, times have changed. And speaking of NFTs, real quick, I got to shout out Lumber in the Citadel chat yesterday. Said he might be giving away an OMB to a stonk holder that holds 100 or more stonks soon, which is like valued over one Bitcoin.
Well, dude, if he does that, like,
There's
I
only
need to get
two
it. I
right
need to get
now.
him in DMs, and we need to tweet that out, right? Like, because that's some incentive right now. There are only a few people. It's like right now a 1 in 3
It's
chance or
you and
1 in 4
Yakimit. That's it.
chance.
You and Yakimits aren't even all in the same wallet. So Lumber really only thinks it's you. So he's about to send you an OMB.
Oh, Well, that would be badass. I would love to have an OMB. Okay, yeah, never mind. You don't do it, guys. I would freaking rock an OMB all cycle, man. I'm hugely bullish on OMB. I'm just still priced out.
Make sure B-Waves isn't in this because yeah, they actually just did another mint this morning. The Orange Eyes OMB. They're trading at like 0.4 right now.
That's wild that they're already up to 0.4.
Yeah,
dude.
Well, I think first come first serve was like 0.29 maybe, and whitelist was 0.09. Yeah, B-Waves has been absolutely shredding it over in ordinals, and that's another thing I've been coping on. But they're on a little bit of a pullback right now, so it might be a good time to enter. Or I might just market buy 50 stonks right now and flip a coin, and we'll see. I don't know. 100 stonks might get an OMB though. That's crazy.
Dude, that's.
Guys, I just want to circle back around to the meme coin thing, right? Because
yeah, welcome up, man.
yeah, it's like I've seen so many cycles, right? And I saw Doge at a fraction of a penny back in 2018, 2019, and who knew it would pump like that, right? And I feel like with the ETF and all this adoption that's coming in, I feel like, people are going to say, oh, when the music stops, right? When the music stops, shit's going to fall. But fuck, I don't see the music stopping. Like, I see so much, when the Uber drivers are trading Pepe and stuff, it's like, where does this stop, right? And we're so early with like how many people are actually in crypto and dabbling. But like when people actually catch on, I feel like, as you guys were saying earlier, I feel like it's such a catalyst for new people to come in. And it like I think Rooster said it, like I didn't want nothing to do with Doge because I was like a utility maxi back in the day, right? But then you just got to participate now, right? Because that's where the frenzy is, and it's like it's so hard for me, and as probably most of you, to like, I don't know, conviction is hard. Like whether it's Sol for me is an easy pick, Avax, ETH, Bitcoin, and stuff like that. It's easy for me to hold these coins in my ledger and just forget about them. But these coins, I'm at KuCoin. I'm just stressing about where these are gonna go. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're fine, man. I was having this discussion with a buddy last night over dinner, where I was telling about some of these different memes that are popping off, and this is a buddy back in early 2017 when I first got into Bitcoin. For the first couple months, he was skeptical, but I gave him a couple books. He read it, and same thing, in it for the tech. Like, dude, just hopped on board slowly but surely, but has always been a bit more conservative in this space. He runs some miners right now for BTC. And he's not completely opposed to the idea of meme coins, right? Like he kind of got like, but where I got to with this, his whole thing, he's like, dude, none of these, they don't have utility. They're not really trying to do anything. So where's the value? And it goes back to the discussion of where value derives from. And it's, it took me a while to really accept Doge also. But, like he brought up at the beginning, he was like, well, wasn't it created to try to be a better Bitcoin? I was like, no, dude, the guys that created Doge literally didn't buy any themselves because they thought it was a joke. And one guy is so pissed off at it that he deleted himself from the internet. The other guy is just a perpetual poor. And like, it's kind of true. Look at Billy M2K. Like, the way people act doesn't lie.
My God, he was there. I mean, they both created it. Then they both left. I mean, he sold all his coins and washed his hands of it. Bought like a Datsun or something, like a $1,200 Datsun with all his Dogecoin. And then, Elon Musk shows up and Billy's like, "Oh yeah, I'm back." I just thought that was just garbage. And for him, any role of like anything was just garbage. And I'm blocked by him, and I'm proud of that.
Again, like
I held that shit while they left and came back. It's fucking crazy.
So what I'm getting at though is it's like memes aren't really futtable as much as utility is to a certain extent. So it goes back to some of my stonk thesis overall, where it's like, memes are culture and culture has value. Puck, what's up, man?
Hey, I'm not great at like navigating wallets and stuff, but I just want to say, and I'm not a paid shill, I promise. But the core wallet is really cool for the Avalanche chain. It's very easy to like. Basically, I'm trading all the shit coins on Avalanche, and you can just kind of in the wallet swap them from one to another. It's a very cool wallet. Yeah, no, I'm not a paid shill, I promise.
So it's like I have heard a lot of good things about it. I've never tried it. So C Chain Jesus bringing me some good alpha. So does it have like Trader Joe basically integrated?
Yeah, there's like a browser function in it, like MetaMask. But even outside of Trader Joe, you can just in the app swap the coins too. It's really nice. But I have to go to a meeting, so C Chain Jesus is out.
All right, man. Take it easy. Have a good one. Thanks for coming up. Happy weekend. Beach Dog, what's up, brother?
Just going through my things here. I was gonna give you guys a little update. Congratulate you guys all on the no chill and how that's all worked out. I coped through it, basically because I had a mindset of that would probably be too much for me to keep track of while I go through like these fucked up waves of pain and the surgeries coming up and all of that shit. So that's why I faded it, why I cope on it, and I'm really congratulating you guys on it. Um, I don't know how difficult it is or how much time you have to spend doing stuff on no chill. That was never really explained, so I may be wrong about it. I mean, it's not something you buy and hold and watch the price and sell, right? There's something more to it than
No,
that.
you just buy no
No,
chill
no,
and
no. It's
chill,
Pytho's
dude.
project. It's just a meme
Yeah,
coin,
you
bro.
just buy
There's
no
nothing else
chill
to
and
Is it
it.
chill.
really?
Like,
I,
yeah,
you know,
that's
I
all
think
it is.
I got
Yeah,
it.
it's Pythonomics.
I think I got it lumped in with like the Friends Tech and all that because I got AVAX and stuff. But
No, dude, like Pythonomics and Willy Wonka from the Stonks. So like they're two of the, and then I'll give a shout out to Chopper also, but like Chopper again, when I leave you out of these conversations, it's literally because like you're not an OG Stonks member, so it's not relevant to that point. But like two out of the three founding members are Wonky Stonks OGs, right? So that's why I was such a big supporter from day one. It's just a meme coin like anything else. There's no farming, no anything else associated with it. It's just all about the culture.
right on. That's really cool. I chose to develop put some money in something else that seemed a lot easier, and that is now yielding me 1.1 ETH a week. So that's
Oh, dude, a 1.1 ETH a
yeah.
week is not a bad yield for
I know,
anybody.
I know.
So
So I'm
nice.
that my money would have gone to no chill or would have gone to what I'm into, and I think I'm a little more secure with what I'm into right now, which is PNDC. It's amazing to get that check every week in WETH. Uh,
Hey, I'm happy for you, brother. Again,
it was
I
a
you
chance,
know
it was a chance, but I grew up in Southern California and I lived there most of my life, most of my early life up until about 31, 32 years old. And I get the talking and the lingo and how people talk to each other down there. I'm not there anymore, obviously. Um, but the words that came out of the controversial man's mouth, Polly, made perfect sense to me, and not to a lot of other people because the brashness of who he is and all of that. But as it's grown, everything he said he was going to do has come true. He's mostly for the fact that I put money into something and it's paying me back is just freaking amazing. Uh, so that's pretty set up. So I can go through all these surgeries. The wife can be at my side. We have pretty much replaced her paycheck and my paycheck. And if this continues on this way, there's no more working for my wife anymore, which is a wonderful thing. So April 2nd will be my first surgery. So I'm glad that the poker tournament is being held next week. I'm really stoked about that. Other than that, you guys been doing fucking hella good on that. I feel left out, but at the same time, I'm cheering for you with the no chill and everything else. I think it's really cool that like to watch the whole, in our little stonk club there that everybody is like on the same page and working together, and it's a really cool thing to watch.
Appreciate that, man. And we're all rooting for you, keeping our thoughts and prayers for that surgery. And it's nice that things are working out before then as well.
Yeah, the money part's
Yeah, dude,
good.
that's one of the things.
It's just pork paid for my the deductible on my insurance, so we're set with that. As long as we can do all 4 of these surgeries in the same year, which looks like we can, paying the deductible once is fine, and that was paid for by pork.
It's got to feel nice to say. Okay, so we got Wonka up on stage. I want to give Wonka a shout out, man. Feel free. We haven't had you up here in a minute. How's it going?
Absolutely.
Hey guys, how's it going? Unfortunately, I can't talk on Spaces. Python has forbidden me to speak about Notch because dev speaking in Spaces is bearish apparently. So I'm actually just legally forbidden.
Okay, that's fair, man. That's fair. Oh man, dude. Shoot, I think I just saw the price of No Chill drop 50% when you said that. I'm just messing with you, bro.
Did you see what I pinned at the top, dude? This made me spit out my coffee last night.
Hey, no, let me see. Let me see. So yeah, dude, that's funny. I mean, I've thought through that too, where it's just there's a lot of stupid. Depending on your accountant, you've really got to give them a heads up before you get into this stuff, as far as what type of things you're trading. But we were kind of into that last cycle, whenever we're talking about NFTs, right? And I mean, even with the last cycle, whenever people were trading things like Cucket, but real quick, Bitcoin's pumping right now, back above 70K, just crossed.
Dude,
RIP Bears.
I'm not even gonna lie. I during the last 5% dip, dude, I had no idea what was going on with majors. So we were so deep in the group chats, dude. When I'm saying my phone's buzzing like 15 times per second, I'm like, I'm not even kidding. Uh, just being so deep in the trend, I barely even noticed that Bitcoin went down to what was it, 67, or even maybe wicked to 65. Didn't even notice about that either, dude. It's crazy. I don't think a lot of people on CT are, except your large whales that trade with, huge amounts of size, are doing much with majors right now.
We're doing much with what?
Like major coins.
Oh, major. Gotcha. Yeah. Well, I mean, at this point, it's kind of weird. It's like even talking about things like No Chill, where it's at like a $40 million market cap, like that's kind of big compared to like what most people are trading.
Dude, the amount of times I get chilled a 50K ticker that's like 48 seconds old is a day per hour is absolutely baffling. And I typically fade those, and then I won't buy until like, 300-400K, and then I'm the exit liquidity on half of them. But you can lose 9 times out of 10 and make it all back and then some on one. That's why the casino's so fun.
Oh, that's funny, man. Okay, we got Nancy up here. Nancy, how's it going?
Hello. Yeah, it's going really awesome. Loving the trends and arena. I was not there before. Am I audible?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. I was saying I joined Arena like 2 months ago, and it has been very awesome since then. I regret not joining in early days, but I was busy at the moment in life stuff, but I'm loving it there. I'm also loving your
Oh, that's awesome.
streams and this episode. This is my first time, but I will try to join it like every week from now. And according to my time zone, basically I live in India, so your streams are like at the 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. So sometimes I'm not able to join it, but I really want to join it more often. Very informational things you tell, and that's very good. Thank you.
Oh, I appreciate that. So, do you own any Wonky Stonks by chance?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, okay. So Nancy's going to be a stockholder down the road. You heard it here first. Um, no, I appreciate you appreciate those. It's fun being able to just connect with people. That's why spaces and streams are two different forms of media, but I think they both have a solid place.
Yeah.
I respect anyone also that streams on X. It's just not the best place to stream. It's not. You don't like. So I like YouTube better for that. Diversifying
That's really the
platforms.
best thing about crypto is it really unifies the world. No matter from where you are, no matter in which place you are, you get to talk with a lot of people and know a lot about them.
No, 100%. Like, I don't know. You never expected you'd be up on a stage with, a speaker, a stage full of people from Palau either. And here you are. Um, so I'm just messing around. But
For the new people
like,
in the audience, too, everything that Cleo says is financial advice. If you didn't know,
but no, Nancy, I agree with you. It's one of the coolest things. It's just how international it is. The fact that I'm sitting down in this room right now and talking to somebody halfway across the world. And that, there are a lot of people in the audience that, like, if you just put everybody, all the pins of the different people that are listening right now on a globe, we'd cover a lot of space, right? And that's just from the people in this space. So then you get to the people that you have interactions with daily outside of that. Like, we cover every pinpoint, right? Like, it is not some small geographical footprint. Like, it's global. And
Yeah,
that's
it's
the beautiful thing about
very
this industry.
worldwide. Web3 is really unifying the world.
It really is. And, it's part of the reason why, like, it's not going anywhere. It's going to continue to grow. Really, really confident about it. And, it gives a lot of conviction, I think, seeing that presence as far as any type of dips, anything else, right? So, yeah, because you've got to ask yourself, what's your why to be able to stick around? Because the average person just isn't used to the volatility that comes along with this space. So, having a deeper level of conviction, the tech is there, right? Obviously. But, like, I think the community aspect is something that a lot of people that discount the tech don't really consider.
Yes.
Speaking of, I'm
As
sorry.
far as I have seen, Arena community is so good. I have been on many other SoFi apps as well, and I have never seen a community as great as Arena and as lively as Arena. Like they have gone through so much and still standing so strong.
Well, appreciate that, Nancy. I agree. Rooster, what were you saying, sir?
No, that was me. Did you see the tweet that Puck just put out about you? I just pinned it to the top. It's really beautiful, and it adds into the community part.
I see Lumber in the audience now. I got to call him up on stage. He didn't accept the invite. I was talking about your 100 stonk challenge earlier, Lumber. Get up here.
Sorry, I was reading through Puck's post. That's awesome, man. I love seeing that. So shout out to him, even though he had to step down.
Are you winning or what, brother? Like, you're starting to make good calls again. Like, what's good, Kaleo? How much are you up, man?
You know, we're winning, man. That's all that
I
matters.
love
We're
that.
winning.
I love that. Bullish, turbo bullish, as somebody might say.
Oh yeah. So, you know, the market's trending. It's feeling good. You know, even watching right now as things are pumping back up, it feels good. And honestly, I probably should wrap up the space here in just a minute. So I got a few things that I want to take care of. But yeah, I'm sorry. It's got to be a little bit of short space today. We'll be back next week, though. Be on the lookout for the poker announcement because I really want to make that happen. I think it'll be fun. Got a lot of stuff here as far as giveaways to do. You know, like doing those type of things to be able to engage the community more. Wonky Stonks are inevitable. We will see you guys back here next Friday.
Looking forward to it.
Anyone else notice Kaleo's evil laugh before he rugs the space on us?
Also, I can tell the other phone's about to die. Like, not die, but I mean, it's so hot right now. It is like I can't touch it. So, R.I.P.
Have a great
Hey,
weekend.
hey.
Peace, everybody. Love y'all.
Thank you, everybody.
Dude, this other phone is so hot, I can't even end the space. But the space is over. R.I.P.
Is it over now?
It's over. It's just not
It's
over. This is kind of like
go
that awkward
away.
moment where the phone I can't touch the screen because it's so hot to end it. So I'm working on it.
Stick it in the freezer.
What's that?
Stick it in the freezer.
By the way, Kaleo, have you seen your Arena OG NFT?